Hello, good day, everybody. How are we doing? There's something I want to say. There's a video I want you to watch. But before you watch this video, in Nigeria, those who fly airplane a lot from Abuja to Port Harcourt, Abuja to Owerri, Abuja to Warri, or Lagos to Port Harcourt, Lagos to Owerri, Lagos to Warri, Lagos to Kaduna, different places, every part of Nigeria. Many people have been experiencing delays in flight, cancellation of flights. And we've always said many of these airlines, they don't have the capacity to trade. They don't have the capacity to treat their customers in a very respectful manner. They don't give information on time why the flights are being cancelled or why there are delays. And this thing has really infuriated a lot of Nigerians. And when you come on social media, you see a lot of us, crying, shouting, spilling it as it is, based on the way we've experienced it. But there's something I want you to watch. I want you to watch to see what the CEO of Airpeace, by the name Mr. Allen Onyema, he's the CEO of Airpeace. So I want you to watch what he said when this question of flight cancellation, flight delay was thrown at him. So pay attention and see if you can learn something new in this. And also, you also tell me in the comment section whether you agree with him or not. Learn. Let's watch.
I want to ask about your airline and its services, because your airline, along with other airlines in Nigeria, has been accused of incessant multiple delays and cancellation of flights. Now, can you share with us some of the reasons for these delays and why these delays and cancellations seem to not abate, and what you're doing about them? What are the challenges that the airline industry is facing in Nigeria? Because you've spoken earlier about people using international carriers instead of Nigerian carriers. So should they expect different from Airpeace going to London than they would from Airpeace going, let's say, the Lagos-Abuja route, where there are delays and cancellations? How are you going to cope with the challenges that you're facing?
If you know the reasons behind delays, in fact, the ICAO stated reasons for delays are about 99. Only 4 of them are attributed to the airlines. 95% of them are not connected with the airline, the fault of the airline. So the truth is, we fail in this country to do things the right way, and we blame the innocent airlines. Now, let me tell you why delays and cancellations will persist in this country. And if you know the reason why it's happening, you will be shocked. Let no airline deceive you. No matter how hard you try, every day you must experience delays and cancellations, as long as we don't do things rightly in this country. Number one, apart from weather and other issues, unruly passenger behavior, a misunderstanding of how airline scheduled operations are supposed to be run. The annoying thing is that even government officials don't even know better. Even some people in the aviation agencies don't even know better. And you begin to wonder. We call it scheduled operations. When weather is the cause of the delay or leads to cancellation at the end of the day, it is not the business of the airline to fly you the next morning first thing. No. All over the world, the convention is, aviation is the same worldwide. The convention is, the passenger is expected to reschedule to the next available date. That's how it's done. In Nigeria, you want to fly and you have 3 hours delay because of weather, and the time weather clears, you want to go in and there's airport closure because most of the airports don't run at night. And the passengers will tell you, oh, you put us in hotel, we'll be the first ones you fly in the morning. It is not done like that. You reschedule to the next available date because it's called scheduled flight operations. So what happens that in Nigeria, in the morning, those ones that couldn't fly the previous day, they will be the first people you're going to fly. When you do this, you've disrupted the schedule of that morning. Each aircraft does about 6 to 8 flights daily. So if it's only one disruption, you're talking about massive 8 flights disrupted for that day. I'll give you an example. The other day we were flying into Warri. We couldn't land because of weather. The pilot hovered for about 15 minutes. For safety, he diverted to Enugu because Benin was also covered by bad weather. They stayed there on ground in Enugu for about an hour or two. Then the weather cleared. They fueled the aircraft again. For them to take off to go to Warri, the Warri airport closed because it was a sunset airport. It is a sunset airport. The airport shut down. The pilot announced to the passengers, well, weather caused this incident. The Warri airport has shut down. We now have to take you back to Abuja. Pandemonium everywhere. And Nigerians do this, and they can't even do it in Cotonou. They dare not. And you see people that have traveled far and wide misbehaving. They got the aircraft down. It was a Caribbean captain. The man was almost crying. They kept that aircraft on ground Enugu for 4 hours. Are you going to force the captain to fly into an aerodrome that had already been shut down? Who was going to guide him to come in? Okay, they said they should put them in hotel in Enugu. Why should I put a hotel in Enugu? Did I create weather? Did I create the airport? That was a force majeure. We are elected to take you back to your base in Abuja. They refused. They kept the aircraft there for 4 hours. And remember, that aircraft had 4 other flights to do that evening to other places like Kano, Port Harcourt, Lagos, and others. Those people in those airports would not know that it was Warri passengers that kept that aircraft in Enugu that were causing their delays and cancellations. We ended up cancelling 4 flights that evening. And everywhere, social media, oh, APs has killed us. APs, they didn't know it was caused by passengers. Finally, I invited the Air Force. The Air Force came in and orderliness was restored. The plane went back to Abuja. The same people that caused this problem, you must fly them first thing in the morning before you start any other flight. Those other 4 flights canceled that night. We needed to start with them in the morning. So we had 5 flights. The airline will start with a baggage of the previous day. It is never done like that anywhere in the world. That means that morning you are doing 8 flights per aircraft. Those 5 aircraft you're going to bring in, you're going to cancel, you're going to disrupt 40 flights that day. It goes on like that for the next 2 weeks because you can never recover. You will never be able to recover. Given into the situation that your airports most of your airports by 6 o'clock they close. So you will not be able to recover. You have more cancellations. It will only ease off after 2 weeks. God save you. If within those 2 weeks they don't cause another problem for you, it continues. Unless and until only Nigeria decides to practice aviation the way it's practiced worldwide, we will never see airlines in Nigeria not posting delays. People don't know this. I went to the NCA. I told them, I said, I'm ready to fund it. Fund passenger education. I've told them this several times for several years now when I discovered. Because no airline wants to post delays. Once you delay you're losing money. It's not in favor of the airline. We went to them. Passenger education, I even volunteered to fund it. But let it come from the authorities. If the airline is saying it, they will say, oh, the airline is trying to, launder its image. No. I've flown from Miami to Atlanta, 20 minutes to landing. They said there was storm in Atlanta. The aircraft diverted to South Carolina, Charlestown, 10 a.m. in the morning. We got down. The pilot announced that, his duty time was over, that we should take our hand luggage and sit in the lounge until they get another set of pilots to fly them. 20 minutes down the line, the storm in Atlanta cleared. They started announcing, the same Delta Airlines started announcing flights to Atlanta, flight after flight. Nobody stood up to go and barricade doors that, we are here. It's only in Nigeria you see people going to barricade a moving aircraft. One of these days to suck them in.
All right, Dr.